Greetings to one and all. We're talking about today the continual growth. Growth could mean of you growing, of you strengthening up yourself and building your courage. Maybe growing to say, I'm going to go live for the first time. Whatever it is that you're working on building, it's called growth, continual growth. You're working your way to grow, you're working your way to develop, you're working your way to strengthen every part of you, every fiber in you. And we say good morning to one and all. And Lady Jinx, bless up your nice clean self, my dear. Thank you for always for your continual support. Because today we're talking about continual growth. When we don't stop, it's a continuation that we are growing. We might not be growing the way we want to. We might not be growing in numbers. We might not be growing in anything that we so desire, but we are growing, and that's the greatest part. Growth is a wonderful thing manifested by God. And when we tell ourselves we are growing, we will grow. If we tell ourselves we're not growing, then we won't grow because we see we're not growing. But when you realize you're not growing, what are you going to do about it? You're going to make changes so growth can continue to happen. Growth can start to take place again. Even with a plant, if you see the plant look like it's about to die, what do you have to do? You got to nurture that plant, you got to water that plant so it can continue to grow in the way it should grow, right? And then you will start to benefit from the fruit of that plant. You understand? And so do us. We have to learn to continually grow. Because sometimes we're going to be out here and we're going to think that, hey, nobody's out here for us. Nobody cares for us. Nobody loves us. But you got to tell yourself, you got to grow. And grow, you got to grow your mindset. You grow your thought process. You got to grow your well being. You got to strengthen that mind. You got to move forward. And as even as content creators, sometimes we out here and you may feel overwhelmed because you're not growing. But growth will come and growth will go. But as long as you keep the pour into you, pour into what you're doing, clocking in, showing up for yourself, and all of that, you will start to see growth again. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to go down in life to come back up because guess what? It's a sign that maybe we were doing something, but we weren't doing it correctly. But as long as you stay on the growth path, and everything and you tell yourself that's the path I'm going to stay on, you will grow. You will continue to strengthen yourself, your mind, your body, your soul. This morning I'm here and I said, okay, let me just go watch everybody channel this morning and give myself all morning to come and from 8, I got up at 8 something or 7 something. And I said, let me come on here and just watch bunch of channels because I do this every day. So it's not just now, but I do it every day. Every day I'm on live. I always make sure. But I said before I come on live today, because I gotta run too. But before I come on live, I said let me go. And you know what? While I was rotting channels in the background, I have two devices running up people in the background. Do you know what I was doing, guys? I was cleaning up my kitchen, washing up my dishes, and mopping the floor. Now I'm almost done mopping the floor. So ain't that growth taking place right there? So while I'd be letting people know, hey, I'm in your background, but I'm doing this, I'm doing, and I have two devices doing it. Oop! And somebody just wake up. Hey, buddy, good morning. How you doing? My big baby just come beside me. How you doing? You okay? And I get up too and I fed them this one. Ooh, the little one coming. All right. The little one coming. The big one come and give me a big hug this morning. Ain't that special growth? When your kids are growing, they're growing in their yes, you feel cold. You might need a blanket. See one blanket there, check it cover up yourself. And I was hoping, I should have come alive then before they wake up. But you know what? It's growth. It's called growth. And I'm all here for the growth. So good morning to one and all. Are you growing in your mind? Are you growing in peace? Are you growing on the outward? What are you growing? Are you seeing that you're growing? And if you're not seeing that you're not growing, tell yourself that I am going to grow and I'm going to grow in abundance. Ryder Ballard, how are you? Say hi, how are you? Greetings. Thank you for coming through. Thank you. Appreciate. Bless up yourself. You know what I mean? So, however, growth look like. Keishan Harvey, my sister, say hello, my sister. How are you? Greetings. Bless God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Blessings to you as well, Keishan Harvey. Blessings. So greetings and big shout out to all of the top fans and the lives. Greetings to all of you. You know, today we're talking about continual growth. You know, because sometimes we want growth or we say we're not growing. But why are we not growing? You know what I mean? We have to look into these things. It's like a plant. You see the plant and you say, but the plant is not growing. But we have to stop to check the plant to see what that plants need. By see if they need water. See if we need to nurture something, we need to change something so we can grow. So we're talking about the growth, the continual growth, and then we will start to see growth. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's all about us changing the mindset of how we think, how we look at life, how we perceive others around us, and so we can move forward. Hey, how do you make a life? Well, after you get 50 or more subscribers, then you go to the plus sign at the bottom of your phone, and then you can just hit the plus sign and you have go do a short, do a video, or do live. And the LIVE word will be there, and you hit the live, and you just start a live. Even if you don't title it, you could title it afterwards. You know what I mean? And just go live testing it out. You know what I mean? And Keisha Harvey said, blessings. Thank you, Keisha Harvey, so much. And congratulations for the top one spot this morning. Keisha Harvey said, we're not playing in these streets. We're coming here to grow, we're coming here to strengthen ourselves and everything. And so when we're looking at mindset, guys, we have to look at growth. So today, 90-day challenge is all blessings. Blessing, my baby. Come, let me wipe it out. Today, 90-day challenge is all about growth. Come, let me wipe it out. Come on. You wake up sneezing. You know, I was gonna do the live this morning and early, but you know, they better late than never. So we're not gonna complain about they up now. They're my blessing. They're my growth. Those are what keep me going. Okay, he said, can you help me out? Do you? How many subscribers do you have already to go live? Okay, you have to have at least say 50, well 50, 55 sometimes to go live. When I started to go live, I got 50 subscribers, but I needed a few more, so I had to go and then wait afterward to get my 50 subscribers, and that's when I was able to go live. Yes, guys. So I get up this morning. So you have to have 50 or more subscribers to go live, okay? And if you subscribe to your channel and you're in the 50, you have to wait till you get like one more subscriber to say yeah. Because sometimes you will say, but I get 50 subscriber, but I can't go live. Maybe because you have maybe two or three channel that you are affiliated with, and that won't count towards going live. You have to get people to go live. You know. You have to get people to go live. So yes, family, I'm telling you, growth is a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing. I got up this morning and I'm now able to look at me growing and strengthening the minds. You know what I mean? And I want to say also, while I'm growing, you know what I mean? Some growth, if you're not nurturing it, it will leave. But while I'm growing and strengthening myself, I want to say a big thank you for all of you who are supporting Resilient Queen. And since today is a growth mindset day, I want to take this time to say a big thank you to past and present and people who are just finding my channel. Thank you all so very much for your continual support, and for the continual support. It mean that the people who were there from day one, whether in the middle, the beginning, the middle, or the end, you know, just finding my channel. Or so it is continual growth because I'm still showing up. That means I'm still growing. You might not see me growing numbers, or you might not see me growing, you know, views or whatever, but I am growing. You know what I mean? Because by showing up, it tells that you are growing. Because if you don't show up, how are you going to know if you're growing? How are you going to move forward with growth? You can't say you're growing when you're not showing up. You know what I mean? You got to show up for growth to take place. It's just like a plant. You got to water the plant, and you got to nurture it and everything for growth to take place with that plant. And if you want it to be nice and flourish, you have to continue watering, nurturing it, make sure it's getting sun and all these things. Same thing with us doing in these YouTube streets. If we're not coming in, showing up, clocking in, and everything, we can't talk about growth because we're not showing up. You know, by showing up, you're growing. You know, it doesn't matter how you showed up, as long as you show up, you just keep going, and one day to come, Everything will change for the greater good. You just gotta tell yourself, embrace the journey, embrace the path you're on, and one day you will see growth and you will grow tremendously. But you just gotta keep working the best way you know how. Sometimes it's not to wonder about how everybody doing this thing and everybody can make this click and everybody can make that click, but then figure out how to grow differently. But you work the way you can until you tell yourself that one day I'm going to seek the help, if you have the wherewithal, to get a professional to help you, to help grow your channel tremendously, or to grow it what they call it expeditiously or whatever. But until then, you can't worry about that. You just got to focus on where you at in life and tell yourself right where you at, you're growing. Tell yourself you're growing. You know what I mean? You got to have that growth mindset. You know, yes, you want to grow, but you gotta have that growth mindset. And having the growth mindset is also to have the willpower to say you can grow, you can develop, you can strengthen. You understand? You have to have that will mindset, that powerful mindset. You gotta have it. Because without growth, you can't see if nothing. Look at kids. You have children in the house. You barely see them grow, but once you nurture them, you see them. Yeah, you see them. They don't look the way that people would be judging you, like what kind of mother you be. Look at the child, like you want to be, you see what I'm saying? But you're nurturing them, and that's the growth you're seeing in them. They growing, they start using big words, they start changing their thought, they start being loving, they start being kind, they start being more compassionate. And that's growth, because you're making sure that you're instilling what you need to instill in your children, and you see the growth coming. Sinapback Moment, say hi, Queen and chat. Bless up yourself, Sinapback Moment. Greetings to one and all, and congratulations for the top fan position today. Say, yeah, you don't know how much they grow until you buy clothes. Yes, man. Like when you have to buy all those clothes, then you realize, wow, you know. And in order for us to know that we need to buy more clothes, is when they put on those clothes that they already have. And then you realize, wait, they take their pants measurement in water. That's what we say. That mean their pants is too short. You no longer at the ankle. You above the ankle. You know, and then we say, that child is growing. So you know that child is growing 2, 3 inch. And that's when we say, okay, we have to get all those clothes out the way if they don't have a sibling to pass it down to. And then we have to replenish their closet. And that's how you nurture the children. You know, we call them anchor wipers. Oh, you call them anchor wipers? See, I just learned something new right there, eh? We call it to take a measurement in water. No, it's anchor wiper. You see? So we learn every day, and we are growing every day, and we're developing every day. And that's one thing we have to tell ourselves. Once you out here, it doesn't matter where you are in life. Once you start, your journey may look like it's stagnant. But if you tell yourself you're stagnant, you will be stagnant. But if you tell yourself you're going to grow, and I am growing, and I am going to grow, and all these things, you put in good affirmation into your body. You know, he said, we both learned something new today. Yes, man, we both learned something new. Anchor wipers, you know. So we say blessings to one and all. So we here talking about continual growth. You know, I be getting up in the morning time. I'm like, where is all these things coming from in the mind? But you know, they say you put all your problems to him, all your worries, and don't worry about it. He got you. You know what I mean? And that's the greatest part of him. You know, we put everything to him, and he will fill our mind and heart and soul with what we need to be filled with. We might not see it as a great accomplishment, but it is an accomplishment because you're growing. How many people started a YouTube channel and didn't even expect to blow up that fast? How many people started their YouTube channel, and when they go live or do a video or do a short, whatever you do on there, or do a post, and you didn't even know that somebody was out there for you, but it's because you put yourself out there to say you're going to grow. It's like a seed. If you don't put seed in the soil, how you gonna expect that soil to grow, in seed to grow, when there's no seed in the soil? It can't grow. You see what I'm saying? But when you plant that seed out and put it in there, then you have to watch it for a while for it to continually to grow. Yeah, and you gotta go nurture it as well. You know what I mean? So it's same thing when you're looking at growth and you're saying, oh, continual growth. You have to put yourself out here. You can't wait for the world to say, hey girl, what you doing? Wake up, open the door, let's go here, let's go. No, no, no. You gotta tell yourself you're going out there and you're gonna grow. Sometimes it may take a while for you to grow, but it's because we don't have to find the right method or the right approach to nail what we need to nail or to synchronize what we need to synchronize so we can continue to move forward in our growth process. And then therefore we will feel like we're stalling, but actually it's not stalling, it is figuring out what we need to do. And as long as you have that figuring out mindset and you have the wherewithal to grow and learn, then you can have a professional help us that can help us walk through these journeys or anything or guide us through what we need to do. Or sometimes you have some people that you know that you can also reach out to that can help you. You said, listen, I don't want to stay here anymore, I need to grow. How can I grow? I probably can't help you, but I can make you reference to say, hey, I think I know somebody on the street, go check them out, email them, do this, do that, and they probably can help you, guide you in what you need to do. And nowadays, with growth, nowadays they have so many people out here now that are telling you how to grow. Even on YouTube, you have so many people that are telling you to grow. And one of their key elements of growth too is telling you to be yourself. In if you watch everybody that tell you to how to grow on YouTube, one of their key features of telling you how to grow on YouTube is to be your true authentic self. So when you be yourself, growth will eventually look different. You're going to start to see that you're going to get traffic, you're going to get the support you need, and you're going to get things that you never even anticipate or expect. And one of the things, you have to have confidence in what you're doing. You got to believe that dreams are valid and you got to fulfill those dreams that are coming, you know, because many times we're doing something but we don't have enough confidence in us to excel to the next level or to move to the next level because we're doubting ourselves. And when doubt is always begin with us, even if somebody doubt us, but because we were already putting down ourselves, then doubt completely wreck us. You know what I mean? But when you tell yourself that, you know what, I know what I need to do, I just need to do this, need to do that. I'm struggling here. Nancy Green say, hello, beautiful, resilient queen on the chat. Greetings, Nancy Green. How are you? Blessings to one and all. Thank you all so very much, and to all the silent partners. Good morning. Greetings to one and all. Greetings is a bless upon yourself. You know what I mean? So just stay within what you know you can do and do it to the best of your ability. Keep working, keep having the right mindset. Blessing, love, and peace. Yeah, man. Blessing, love, and peace every time. You know? So when we talk about continual growth, we just here today, we're talking about continual growth. Sometimes you may be at the life and you're saying, am I growing? You might not be growing right there and then, but you have to have that positive affirmation to say, I am growing. It's like they say you got to tell yourself, I am who I am. Same way you got to tell yourself with growth, I am growing. You may be growing in small numbers, but you are growing. You see the growth. Sometimes you're not nurturing things, it will go away. And you got to understand. Same thing like plants. You know what I mean? But congratulations, Nancy, for the top three fan. Congratulations. So when you get up every day, and we're gonna tie it into YouTube because we have a lot of YouTube people out here in these streets. You know, today is my 90th day of continual growth. You understand? And when you tell yourself that you're not growing, that means you're telling yourself you're stagnant. That's all that is. Oh, I'm not growing. I'm not this. I'm not that. You keep telling yourself that, and you're bound to be stagnant. But if you tell yourself, I am growing, accept your little numbers, accept the journey, accept where you are in life, and you will see growth. He said, good job, Resilient Queen. Thank you, Nancy Green. Thank you. And congratulations for the top three fans this morning. You know what I mean? But when you tell yourself you're not growing, what do you think gonna happen? You're not gonna grow. But you tell yourself, I am growing, I am moving forward. Even if you're struggling in life, you don't have to be on this YouTube street, but you could be out here in this street being a supporter. And you could be out here and say, damn, I'm watching somebody, but I'm struggling personally in life. But if you tell yourself you're struggling and you just don't have no solution to it, you just get up and tell you, I'm struggling, I'm struggling, I'm struggling, I'm struggling. You're singing struggling as if it's an anthem. That's not growth mindset. But if you tell yourself that, you know what, I'm struggling, but I'm still gonna clock in, I'm still gonna show up. Yes, I have a 9 to 5 job and it's irritating, it get on my nerves, and not paying my bills, he can barely make two ends meet, but I'm still gonna clock in, I'm still gonna show up. And if you are employed by yourself, you're a self-driven person, days you're gonna feel like you're not growing. You're gonna have days where you're gonna feel like you're not productive. And then you're also gonna have days when you want to celebrate those productive part of you because you've been productive today. And that's why you have to enjoy and be thankful for your growth. These big ones, the small ones, the middle one, whichever way they comes, be grateful for them, because guess what? You never give up. And because you never give up off you, then nobody will give up off you. People watch you every day. I can tell you right now, I'm probably out here in this YouTube street and I'll be looking crazy all the time. But I probably have somebody from day one who never give up off me. They might not watch me day in, day out. But they say, boy, this girl never give up. No matter what the noise of the market, no matter what the namesayers may say, no matter who come and try to destroy her, she never give up. And that's the part, that's what growth is all about. Growth is all about never giving up. You gonna fall, but you get up, you rise up again. You get you a nice bottle of water, and you get up in the morning and say, I'm gonna drink this and go. With a clean heart and a pure hands. Clean everything, clean mindset. It's like they said, the clean bill of slay. You know what I mean? So you get up and do what you gotta do. Things gonna knock us down. But you tell yourself, I am growing. You might not see the growth right there and then, because remember, it's not when you plant the seed you see it growing, right? You plant the seed now and go dig it up in 2 minutes, 2 seconds later. Do you see that seed growing right away? No, you're not gonna see it grow right away. So you gotta wait, right? So when you talk about growth, or when we want growth and we want all these continual growth and we want to strengthen. If life fluctuates, so does growth. But if you being consistent, even when it fluctuates, even when the blessing not coming the way you want it to, and you never give up, it will come in abundance. One day you will reap what you sow, because you never give up. You gotta bear that in mind. Never give up, no matter what the circumstances may be. You understand? You want growth, you have to clock in. Anywhere you're gonna go, whether you're on the YouTube streets, you're out there doing a regular job, you're out here creating your own business, you're out here starting your own company. Some of us probably having the mindset now to say, I'm gonna write my first book. Some of us trying to write the first novel. Some of us trying to write our first recording song. Some of us out here trying to go get a promotion. Some of us out here trying to say, you know what, I no longer want to feel like I'm stagnant. That means you're telling yourself you're growing. When you tell yourself you no longer want to be stagnant, or you no longer want to be right here in life, that means you start to be aware that the mindset you have, you can't have that to talk about growth. But if you change some things about it, and sometimes it's not about a big change you have to do, it's just tweak the mindset that you have. That's all. That's all you gotta do is tweak the mindset, and that's why awareness is the key for life. Good morning, how you doing? Turbo Rudick, how you doing? Greetings. We have to just take the mindset that we have sometime and just turn it around. How many times you go to a store and nowadays they have Apple Pay or whatever, where you use your phone to pay for your food or anything, and they have a little window, and sometimes you will be pushing the phone like this and you realize the phone not going through the window. Don't you have to turn the phone around and push it like this now in order for the phone to go through, so that the person on the other end can receive the phone to do the transaction? So it just goes to show that when you realize that it's not working one way, you have to change some things about you. You are speaking some good words today. Thank you, Nancy Green. Thank you so much. Appreciate your feedback. Thank you. So you have to make changes. Sometimes you're going, oh, here's the phone. We're not getting through with it, but you gotta change it, and that's all that is to change your mindset. And once we talk, Zara, hello, girl. Hi, Zara. How are you? What you want, baby? Okay, I'll get you some ice cream. You circle one. Okay, I get you. You know what I mean? He said, yes, change are inedible. Yes, man. And we have to make them. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we're blaming others for our changes. But to be honest, those are lessons. And once we learn from them, then we start to grow because we're telling ourselves that we're not going to make that same error again. We're not going to make that same mistake again. And then you move forward. But when we're still in that denial phase and blaming people for our downfall and everything, we can't move. Because even when you rise to the top, you're going to have downfall. And so if you don't continue to have that mind growth mindset, then everything the world say to you, you're going to accept it and believe it. Miss my mom, busy live in TikTok. Oh, that's nice. All right. Yes. You know what I mean? You're going to miss out on opportunities because you're too busy worried about what the world think of you. No, you got to think about what you think of being growing look like. You got to think about what you want to grow. How growth going to look like for you. Mind you, people that are out there probably even challenging us right now out here in these streets. They're growing. They are growing. When you look at other people right now and you see that even if they come at you, they are growing. Because guess what? The world want to hear the good, the bad, and the indifferent. That's just reality. So they are gonna grow. But if you tell yourself that because somebody trying to defeat you, I can't do this no more. I feel like giving up. I'm losing my mind. I'm come out here losing your mind and tell yourself you're gonna grow. Can you gonna have somebody that's gonna tell you, hey, listen, I remember when you were so strong. They're gonna remind you. I remember when you were so positive. I remember when you were so conscious. I remember when you have this bubbly spirit, this vibrant energy, this willpower, this go-getter strength. This is not yours. This is your brother. To go on, they're gonna remind you. You know what I mean? And that's what you need sometimes is a reminder. And then you gotta tell yourself, get back on track, baby. Get back on track. We can't stop nothing that you see out here, but we can get back on track and do what we need to do to make it right for growth to continue to take place. So even if you feel like you're stall in life, get up and tell yourself that I'm not accepting no more stall. You feel like you're drowning in bills. Get up and tell yourself sooner or later I will get out these bills. You gotta tell yourself something. But tell yourself, I'm drowning in bills. I'm drowning in bills. Where are you growing in that equation that you just put on yourself? Yeah. You know what I mean? Telling yourself, Nancy Green said, yes, man, yes. You know? Tell yourself you're drowning in bills, but I will get out of it. You know what I mean? You gotta when the negative come to you, you gotta fight to tell yourself, you know what, I'm in these bills. Know why you're in these bills. What was the reason why you're in these bills? Were you just purging or playing around, didn't know how to budget, didn't know how to manage your money, didn't know how to take care of anything, didn't know how to prioritize yourself or anything? Then you falter. But not because you falter, you must stay there. Everybody that you see at the top right now and winning, they know what falter is. They know what stagnant is. They know what it is to rock their bills up. But they tell themselves that that's not who I am. I was just in this predicament. I was just in a phase of my life where I felt like I needed to. Oh, I'm sorry. You know, I gotta move out of that noise. They're cleaning the yeah. You know what I mean? And you have to tell yourself that yes, sometimes we put ourselves in situation that you're gonna say to yourself, oh, because of this, because of that. Yeah, it's because of this, it's because of that. But what you gonna do? What you gonna I mean put the shoes on, we soon go, okay? I wanna put it on. No, not yet. Can I put it on yet? Go ahead. You know what I mean? You gotta make sure you look at what growth is to you. And even if you don't know what growth is to you, start looking to your life and tell yourself that what do I want growth to look like for me? You gotta tell yourself what you want. You know, many times we sit here and we will be waiting on the world to tell us what we need to do. But it's all about starting. Start somewhere. You ever hear somebody say we gotta start somewhere? That's all that is, to start somewhere. You know, we gotta learn to start somewhere. I find this drink immunity drink yesterday too, so I'm gonna drink some. You know what I mean? We gotta. You want some of this juice, Jay? Yeah. You know, we gotta tell ourselves what growth is to us. You know, because you're drowning in bills. If you go, you know how many people out there drowning in bills. But if you tell yourself you're drowning in bills, you're gonna drown in bills for real. But if you tell yourself that you're gonna figure it out, then that means you want to grow. You understand? You're not going to just let the bills clog up on you and not figure out how to get out of them. You will get out of them. Even if it take 10, 15 years, you're going to get out of those bills. But you got to tell yourself. You know what I mean? It's like fighting for survival. You got to tell yourself. All of us somewhere have some bills to pay, whether car note, whether insurance. You know, insurance, you never go away as long as you have a car. You know that. As long as you have a car, you will never get rid of insurance. Until you don't have a car, then for sure you will not have no insurance to pay. So even when somebody say, I don't got no bills, yes, you do got a bill. If you're driving a car, you do got a bill. Yeah, if you got a house, you got a bill. Even if you paid for, you still got bills because you got light bill. Yeah, you got light bill. You got homeowners insurance. You got so many things to pay when you got a home. So even though people say I got my house and it's fully paid off and all of these things, but you still got a bill. Some bill somewhere up in there. You got kids, you got plenty of bills. You got bills somewhere. So even when you say, yes, I'm good, 9 to 5, or you self-employed and everything, yes, you're good because guess what? You got something to take care of those bills. That's the difference. But even if you're out here and you don't got nothing to take care of the bills that you cause on yourself, remember, it's us cause those bills on ourselves. It's not the bills just come and say, hey, bill me. No, we put ourselves in bills. We put ourselves in debt. And in order to get out of debt is to have a growth mindset. Change the things that we do to rock ourselves up in those debts. Once we start to change those, paying off the bills, paying back this, do that. Got bills, just got to have a good budget plan and stick to it. Also, review your budget regularly. Exactly. Budgeting, very important. And even if you're not one with the pen and paper, you could still have it up in here. Because not everybody deal with the pen and paper no more, but because of technology and everything. But if you want to have it up here, a mental note up here, make a mental note and tell yourself. You know what I mean? Budgeting is very important. Sometimes people will look at bills and feel like it's a downfall. It's not. Let me tell you why it's not. When you put yourself in debt, and you want to get out of debt because you want to grow and you don't want to just leave this world just in debt. If you put yourself in debt and tell yourself that you're going to get out, this is what you got to have to do. You got to tell yourself that, you know what, it's a reminder to say that when I get myself out of these debts, I will never put myself back in position that I know I can't manage or I can't handle no more. I'm going to prioritize myself. I'm going to budget wisely, as Nancy say here, right here. You got to have a budget plan. So if you didn't have a budget plan before, and you were just shopping like you just went on a shopping spree. No, carefree, we call it carefree. They don't have no care in the world or anything. Nothing wrong with that. It's the mindset that you're gonna have afterwards. When you realize you gotta pay back $10,000, $15,000, $30,000, $20,000, $45,000, $100,000, however your bills are racked up. Those bills didn't just racked up. They racked up by the mindset we were using. They racked up because we didn't have a budgeting plan. They racked up because we had a budget but we didn't care. We just say, oh, whatever, we have extra to spare. The man who run a business, the profit that he made after he done deduct what he need to be deduct his expenses and all of that, and he say he have a profit left. If he was supposed to go plurge that profit, he will not have a business running today. Because sometimes the profit is what he used to generate back into that business. So with us, when we run ourselves up in bills and everything, all we gotta do is tell ourselves that change our mindset. Look at things that, do we really need this? No. When you get out of that, you start to tell yourself, do I need it? No. Then you start to budget yourself. Or if you don't know how to budget, they have people, plenty of places out here that you can go to manage your budget, help you, guide you, put you back on the right track. If you didn't have that growth mindset to budget yourself next time going forward, don't look at your downfall when you push yourself in bills and feel like you're not going to get out of it. If you tell yourself you're not going to get out of it, you won't get out of it. But if you tell yourself you're going to get out of it, you will get out of it. It's all about what we put inside of us. Yeah, same way we put the mindset to go rack those bills up, we can put the mindset to get out of those bills. Sometimes it may take a little while, but you gotta tell yourself, you know what, I'm gonna get out of these bills. Sometimes you write down all the bills that you have to pay, write them all down and tell yourself, okay, which one you're going to pay off more. For example, you have some credit card where the minimum balance is just steady, and you have some little balance on credit cards where the more you put on it, even if you put $200 on it, the minimum can still go higher than the big old ones. Yes, so you want to pay that one down first, because that's the one with the interest rate that is going to knock you down more. So once you get that one out the way, then you can get right back on track to take your time and do what you have to do for the rest. You understand? So that's it's because sometimes the small cut hurt. You ever hear they say small cut hurt? That's true. Because when you look at credit cards, sometimes you will have a big credit card and the interest rate is steady. But then you have a little credit card with just a little balance up in there, kind of little bit of ranks up in bills. And the interest that grow after you put $2 extra on that, it's ridiculous. But yeah, once you realize that, you know what, I need to tackle this one first, tackle that one first and get yourself out. Because we put ourselves in bills. We put ourselves, maybe if we live in the mountains, no light, nothing. I think, is it 2005? I somewhere there in America here, somebody sold his house. It was a man. Sold the house. You say, I got to get my affirmed bills paid off. Yes, man, get your bills paid. Yes, man, you gotta get that paid off. We all have something that we gotta get paid off. We're all victim of having bills. Whether we like it or not, we are all victim of having bills. Having kids is a bill. Having a job, it's a bill, because you have to live in a house, right? Rent house or something. And even if you live in your car, you still gotta pay the bill for your car to run the car night along. What is it? Give me my shoes then. Okay, go get it for me. Go get it. It's in my room. He wanna go to the store. He wanna go get his ice cream. You know what I mean? So everything is a bill. But remember, who put ourselves in those bills? Us. We put ourselves in those bills, and some bills cannot be avoided. Some bills we can't run from. You got to understand. There are certain bills that we can't run from, but some we can run from. No matter how much people gonna say, you put yourself in that, you this, you that. Some bills we will never run from it. We can't. We can't run from rent. We can't run from mortgage. We can't run from car notes. We can't run from credit cards. We can't run from those bills, because those bills will land you in jail if you don't know what you're doing, or rack you up more than you would anticipate. You understand? Some bills you just can't get rid of. But the bills we can get rid of, like when we buying a bunch of clothes, a bunch of shoes, a bunch of things that we don't need. We just buy it for buying it. You know what I mean? Then we don't have to rack up those bills. We can say no. We can wash and wear until the other big bills that we have to get out the way, get out the way. We can start wash and wear. Even if you weren't the one to say, I don't repeat clothes. But if you realize you're drowning in debt, baby, you're going to have to repeat those clothes until you can get back on track, so that you don't have those bills no more. You got to repeat what you got to repeat. If nobody don't want to see you in repeat clothes, well, you got to tell them, hey, you have a growth mindset and you're growing this time, and you want to shift things from the way it used to be. Because this time you tell yourself you can't just sit down there and let everything that you're gonna rack up control your life. You have to take control of your growth mindset and tell yourself, I'm going to pay these bills off. I'm going to have a budgeting plan in place. And even if you don't know how to put one in place, listen, you see, exercise book back in the olden days, it used to be the biggest budgeting plan book ever made. I don't care how many fancy things they're going to have. And a ruler. Who remember a ruler and a book where you just rule it up and call it a ledger? Who remember those days when you have a ledger book? And be a I'm being Bola. How are you? Greetings. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correct. Greetings. How are you? Who remember those days when you have those exercise book or those hardcover book, and you get a good ruler and a good pencil, and you draw lines and you make your own headings You draw a line across vertical and horizontally, and you have all the expense on one side. Everything, everybody who you owe there, name down everything. And if you remember those days, listen, you've been budgeting long time, you probably didn't even realize it. You've been writing down everything that you were, and so you need to get out of this, get out of that. And I need to start do this and I need to start do that. So even though we may have fancy way of doing things now, but listen, it was been around for a while. We just sometimes because of technology, sometimes we shift our mindset. Yes, growth mindset. Yes, sinner back. Because many times we shift our mindset. But back in the days when technology was a privilege where you put everything in an Excel or Microsoft Words and all of that, people used to use a book. We used to use a book. Even when we study accounts in school, we had to use a book, a hardcover book. They used to have some big book, and you have to turn it, what do you call it, now, horizontally, like this. You have to turn it like this, and then so you can get more out of it, so you can write down everything. Yeah, your expense, your expenditure, and everything. And then, say if you make a profit or a loss, you have to create a balance sheet, a ledger. Yes, Nancy, you have to use that regular book to create a ledger. Is now everything so fancy we think that is just now is happening. No, these things been around. Your first budget plan book is the regular hardcover book and everything. Where people used to write down things, oh I owe Ari $10. Oh I owe Tom $5. Oh I need to pay my car. I need to buy gas for my car. Oh I need to pay my car insurance. Oh I need to pay my school this or so. That's been around. You say I remember that. Yes, Nancy. It's been around for a while. It's now because everything gets so cute and fancy, we all want to be up in the cuteness. But all they did with what was then back in the days, the olden days, was just up it up a notch. Because they talk about growth and they say, how can we grow from drawing up things in the book with a ruler to now put it digitally so everybody can just go there. You have people now with printable budgeting plans where you can go now and print off a budgeting plan. You have people who do the printables digitally now. So they already set up for you, and you just go in, make a few changes after you pay for it. Some of them charge. And then you add your expenses and everything in there. And then after that, you just keep a track of it. But the truth be told, a good exercise book will never fail you. A good ruler, we used to use the wooden ruler. A good ruler will never fail you. A good old pencil will never fail you. You know what I mean? But if you want to step it up a notch and go with the digital way, then they have plenty of things out here to help us get back on track. There's no shame in the game when you rock yourself up in bills. You know what shame is in the game? When you rock yourself up in bills and not intend to pay them. There's a difference. But if you're telling yourself you're taking your time and do the best you can to pay your bills and working with others who have worked with you to get you what you need, you're good. You may be faltering and faltering, but you're going to sit there and just say, matter, I'm faltering, I'm faltering. Are you going to make changes? Making changes is going to help you grow. So we talk about growth mindset, grow continually. Even showing up on YouTube, all right, let's show you how you can grow. People who are out here in YouTube street, you're working for watch time. You get 1,000 subscribers, you're working for your watch time. In order for you to see the growth over that side for your watch time to grow, you got to clock in. You got to show up. You can't worry about nobody not showing up for you because you think that the same people that you show for is going to show for you. God give you your own people. He give you your own people to show for you, whether you like it or not, or you want to accept it or you want to believe in. He will show you people that you probably were hoping that is the people you show for all the time gonna show up for you. No, he gonna give you your own people. He gonna give you your own community. He gonna give you your own blessing. Collect it because that's your growth. Don't sit there and say, "But I show up for this and no." That's the wrong mindset. We have to change that for growth to take place. And then another thing, when we show up for ourselves, even if you don't see nobody, still continue to grow. Talk, open your mouth because you came on here to say something with the mindset that you may never see anyone. But guess what? Growth is something. When you put it out there, it's going to grow. It might not grow right there and then, but you will grow. Go back and look at some of your old videos and see you grow maybe one view, you may grow 2 view, 3 view. How many views you grow? You will grow. And sometimes you gotta tell yourself, you don't have a niche. If you don't have a niche and you want to grow, continue to do what you're doing. Don't tell yourself because you don't have a niche, you're not growing. That's the wrong approach. Keep going. One day he will fill you up with something that he can say, okay, baby girl, okay, young man, okay, sir, okay, auntie, okay, uncle. This is your niche. This is where I want you. Sometimes you gotta keep going until you can figure it out. He give you a glimpse of everything. And when he tell you to keep going, sometimes you hear people out here in the street, them telling people when people dragging them in the mud. What do some people go on some people in page and say, keep growing, my sister, keep growing, my brother. Because growth is real. But you stop. What do you think growth gonna do? You think growth gonna continue to grow for you when you stop? No, baby. No. You stop and you see if growth gonna grow for you. You gonna see if growth gonna happen for you. No. But if you tell yourself you're gonna continue, regardless of your hurdles, regardless of the obstacles, regardless of what trying to destroy you, you are gonna continually stay on part, stay on track, stay up to date, stay current, mind your own business, stay in your lane, do what you gotta do to the best of your ability. You will see growth. God restore Mika well-being. Greetings, my sister. How are you? Greetings to one and all. Growth comes in many forms. Look at how you are growing, whatever you want, and tell yourself growth comes in many forms, shape, or the other. We learn that in school too. Even in art, you hear about growth comes in many shape, form, or the other. How many times have we heard that? And I don't want nobody to be on these YouTube street thinking that people don't care for them. People care for you. The people that God sent to you when you need them, they are the right people He sent for you. Don't think that because you have to wait for the multitude to come in for you to be blessed. No, you're blessed every day. We are blessed every day without knowing it. But because sometimes we want to be greedy, and greediness is a thing. We want to be greedy before we appreciate the growth pattern, the growth that He gives to us. No, we got to stay right there and be blessed and thank the people. Thank everyone that's going to come. Even when you pay your bills off, thank that bill. Okay, you know what? Why you got to thank that bill? Because you know you're not doing it again. You're not going to wreck yourself in so many debts again. So thank that bill for putting you down there so you could see what you need to do to uplift yourself, to be encouraged, to be motivated so you can still stay afloat, right? You got to thank that bill. We all have bills. How many of us have bills? I got bills. How many of us got bill? Yeah, you might have one bill, but how many of us got bills? Yeah. But guess what? You gotta thank those bills and you gotta thank that bill because without that bill, you would never know you could have done it. You would have never know you could have done that because you change your mindset and say, you know what? Look at the things that put you into bills. I got bills. Yes, Nancy, I got bills. We all got bills. Some people got bill, man. You don't get me wrong. And some people got bills. That means you got more than one. I'm here. Stop it. We're not getting you no ice cream. No ice cream. Okay, then we don't cry over food. You gonna cry over food. He said plenty of them. Chill, chill, listen. Yes, man, come. Come. This is one of my bill right here. He want ice cream. Okay, lay down right here. We gonna go. We gonna go. Mommy gotta do what she gotta do, okay? We gonna go. He want to go to the store and I gotta run there anyhow. So you see, we got bills, some way, shape, or form. Bills upon bills. But guess what? Those bills are a great reminder. And just look back into yourself and say, when I wrote this bill up, what was I doing? Was I going to school? Did I need a car part? Did I have to pay my rent? Did I have to pay my insurance? Did I just bought somebody something out there? Because even when you donate to somebody, and let's say you donate using a credit card, don't you still, it's a bill you just rack up and you say, even though you donate to somebody. But if you use a credit card to donate to somebody, that's a bill you rack up on yourself. But it's a mindset that you have to tell yourself, I'm going to pay it back. That's the approach, and you pay back your credit card and you're good to go. I use my credit card all the time to donate to people and then I had to pay it back. So even though you get the donation and you receive the blessing, but I had to end up pay back the credit card. So I'm saying because I prefer to use my credit card to donate to somebody, because if any little thing, nobody now have to tear down your account or anything. It's a credit card. So I use my credit card to donate to people, and then I pay back my credit card. Don't you have to pay back your credit card when you use it? So, and that's a growth mindset you have to have. You have to have that growth mindset to tell yourself that, okay, I'm going to use my credit card to pay a bill, but I'm going to pay it back. And that's why we have to be grateful for everything, the growth that is coming, because you never know what people do just to help you. You never know what people wrap themselves up into just to put you out there, just to help to see you grow, help to see you win, help to see you shine. So when you're looking at growth, family, don't just sit there and think that you're not growing. Tell yourself, I am growing. Whether small, big, large, or in between. Just like life, you have small goals, you have mid-term goals, and you have short and long-term goals. Same way with everything you're gonna do. You have bills that you can pay off in maybe next week. You have bills that you can pay off today. You have bills that are gonna last you maybe 2, 3 years. Whether you're taking out a car note, a house, a mortgage, or something, those bills gonna last a little while. You understand? But it's the growth mindset you're gonna have towards those bills that are gonna set you apart from the bills that you got. The growth mindset. The continuation of telling yourself that you're gonna keep growing regardless. Because one, you need the house. You're tired of living in people's house and tired of paying rent. Now you're paying your own mortgage. If you're living in a rent house like me, living in a rented place or so, you can't tired of it. You just gotta pay your bill. And however you're paying your bill, just pay your bill. When you get out of most of the debts that you're in, this is when you have to tell yourself that, do I want to be down in this stagnant water again, or do I just want to accept where I was and thank God for the lessons He have given to me and move forward? And that's the only way we're going to get blessed, is to move forward. The only way we're going to get out of debt is to tell ourselves that yes, we're in debt, but we're not going to let debt take a hold of our life. You know, so many people drowning in debt and they're worried about it so much till they let stress take their life. When you could just change, all you need to do is just change your mindset. Sometimes just take a deep breath. Let it out there. Because you're already in the debt already. You can't do nothing about it than work and take time and do what you gotta do. Some of these places you're gonna work yourself up in debt, you can go to them and you can talk to them. But I would encourage anyone, before you talk to these people when you're in debt, challenge yourself. Because a lot of time we don't challenge ourselves. We just know that somebody say, hey, I will be here for you if you need me, and you're ready to utilize that person. But you have to challenge yourself. Challenge yourself first. What are you doing to get yourself out of what you're in? That's $1 million question. What are we doing? Are we just sit down procrastinating? Are we just sitting down dwelling on the bills? They already here, baby. They ain't going nowhere. Until we tell ourselves we are going to make a difference. Until we tell ourselves we're not going to do certain things no more. Mind you, I tell you already, some bills you will never get rid of them. But some bills we can get rid of them and we don't have to worry about them no more. And then the other bills we have to worry about is the one that are important. Your rent, your light bill, your I not even say cable because I don't watch cable. But if you do, you know, whatever it is need to be done. And some things if you need to cut it off for now. Until you can get back on track. When you get back on track, you can have everything that you want that you had before. You could have it back again. But sometimes it's the mindset that you have. Not willing to let go of some things. We gotta willing to let go of some things to get back on track. When we are willing to let go of some things, we will get back on track. Hmm? Yes, you want the ice cream? We just run down to the store and go get it. You understand? So we're talking about the continuation of. Yes, all right. I have two stuff to do, and then we're gonna do it, and then we go to the store. Promise? Okay, give me a hug. All right, go see what your brother doing, and then I'm going. Okay? No, no, no. I don't want you behind me. Come on, come on. Why you wake up on the wrong side? Ain't you wake up and say thank you, Jesus? Say thank you, Jesus. You wake up on the wrong side. This man boy want ice cream. Okay, so we're gonna let me drink some of this here, family, and then this is immunity boost. I'm here. Sorry. Let me give him something so he can do that. So I can finish this last thing here. Because it keep on my mind. Yes, my baby. Huh? What you say, Jay? Huh? Yeah, I'm good. Here, I'm here. Put your pants on. Yeah, I'm gonna put that on later. Here. Yeah. Go in your room with your brother. Jay, let he come with you. Sure. Go. Come on, there. Okay. Thank you. Sometimes you have something to do and you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? Gotta do what you gotta do. So, I'm coming. Are you lacking that queen? Bless up yourself, family. Bless up yourself. Bless up yourself. Nancy Green, bless up yourself. God restore Nico Sinaba. Everybody bless upon yourself. We say good morning. So we want to do this thing here. But sometimes we're looking at life and sometimes you have to learn to take things not because you rack your bills up and it big on you. Sometimes just dissect it into small pieces and handle it the best way you can. Sometimes we look at the whole thing and trying to solve it. We know it's gonna be impossible based on our budget and what we got. You know what you have in your pocket, you know, family. So sometimes you have to just budget accordingly, bit by bit, piece by piece. You know what I mean? So we're gonna read the message to leave off, and then that's where we're gonna end the live when we read the message. All right. So greetings to one and all, manners of our respect, and remember, growth is always a wonderful thing, and it's manifested by God. You understand? Even us, we were kids, don't we? Grow up to be adults now, and that's growth. Yes, man. But anyway, so August 19 was yesterday, and he talked about I continually call you to closeness with me. I know the depth and breadth of your need for me. I can read the entirety of your thoughts when they wander away from me. I offer rest for your soul as well as refreshment for your mind and body. He said, as you increasingly find fulfillment in me, other pleasures become less important. He said, knowing me intimately is like having a private well springs of joy within you. This spring flows freely from my throne of grace, so your joy is independent of circumstances. Waiting in my presence keeps you connected to me, aware of all that I offer you. If you feel any deficiency, you need to refocus your attention on me. This is how you trust me in the moments of your life. And this was from Psalms 131, verse 2, Psalms 21, verse 6, and Psalms 37, verse 7. And even August 19 was talking about, I continually call you to closeness with me. But in this world, we can say, knowing what you need to do to get yourself out of anything is the greatest thing you're going to have. And you're going to put it to your Father. Put everything to Him so you can grow. You know what I mean? Seek Him first, the kingdom of God. We have to learn to seek Him. So let's see what today's message is about so we can move right along. We're not going to elaborate too much. We just want to read the message and see what it's all about for August 20. He said, I am God who heals. I heal broken bodies, broken minds, broken hearts, broken lives, and broken relationships. My very presence has immense healing powers. You cannot live close to me without experiencing some degree of healing. However, it is also true that you have not because you ask not. You receive the healing that flows naturally from my presence, whether you seek it or not. But there is more, much more, available to those who ask. The first step in receiving healing is to live ever so close to me. The benefits of this practice are too numerous to list. As you grow more and more intimate with me, I reveal my will to you more directly when the times is right. I prompt you to ask for healing of some brokenness in you or in another person. The healing may instantaneously or it may be a process. That is up to me. Your part is to trust me fully and to thank me for the restoration that has begun. I really heal all the brokenness in a person's life. Even my servant Paul was told, my grace is sufficient for you, when he sought healing for the throne in his flesh. Nothing less. Much healing is available to those whose lives are intimately interwoven with mine. Ask and you will receive. Psalms 103 verse 3 and James 4 verse 2, that is in the King James Version, and 2 Corinthians 12 verse 7 through to 9, and Matthew 7 verse 7. So just remember, he said the first step in receiving healing is to live ever close to me. And the benefit of this practice are too numerous to list. So they say, we say, when you change your thought process and tell yourself that, yes, you're drowning in anything. We all drown in something. But it's how we're going to get out of it, going to make the difference. So until then, we're going to say, continue to grow, continue to strengthen your mind, continue to shift your perspective on life, and continue to uplift yourself. And the Lord will continue to bless you abundantly in ways that you yourself would not imagine or didn't see coming. The Lord is always there to make a way for all of us. And until then, we say, walk good. Buja Vlog, welcome. Have a blessed day. And thank you all so very much for your continuing support and for your growth, for your belief, and for your strength in encouraging me. And remember, one word, build around it. That's the fence you're going to create with that one word. Make it be a word that is uplifting, encouraging, and will change your thought process. Just one word. And build around that word. And that is your fence to help you, to keep you on the right track. One word. It's like me, I'm one person. But look at everything that I can do with just me. Same way you can do with just you. Just until then, walk good, have a blessed day. Thank you so much, Buddha Vlog. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.